Welcome back to the broadcast here on GameStar TV, ladies and gentlemen. It is the HGC ANZ qualifiers for Heroes of the Storm. I'm your host, Kit Fox, for the final time tonight. We are into round 5 and just going to run through the results so far. Having a look at the leaderboard for tonight only, Nomiya, no surprise, 4-0, yet to rack up a loss. They're going through undefeated. And I dare say they've already qualified for the HGC. So congratulations. Little Gods are actually 3-1. They've actually done all right tonight. I think the only game that they dropped might have actually been against Nomiya themselves. So, yeah, it's looking pretty good, as is the scoreboard. But if you haven't done so already, type raffle into the chat to get your chance to enter the draw to win that Valera bundle, thanks to Blizzard ANZ. That's the third giveaway we're giving away tonight. We gave away a Zul'jin, we gave away a Little Ragnaros, and now it's Valera. But once again, I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of your casters, Skimmy and Vandy, for Yahn Fan Club versus SASSU.
Well, thank you there, Kev Fox. Here we go, Vandy. Round number 5, the final game of the night for week 3 of the Games for Summer Qualifiers, leading into the HGC for ANZ. And because we love Yahn Fan Club so damn much, we're going to bring them again for another game to close things out. And because SASSU have had no love from us whatsoever all night, they are going to be the one to verse. What do you think about this one there, Vandy?
I'm thinking that I really, really like this because, as you said, we haven't seen SASSU and the newly sort of formed Yahn Fan Club. We just saw them shine last time. This could be the salvation and the comeback match that they're looking for now, Skimmy.
Battlefield of an Eternity. It's a weird one. It's one which can have some interesting strategies deployed. We saw Greymane last week, a staple on this map for what was quite a long time. And he's finding his footing slightly more now. I've seen him in HGC a few times, but he's aiming for that more cocktail-orientated build. Gives him lots of poke. A lot of controversy about it when it was changed all those patches ago, which meant it didn't self-trigger and had to actually hit an object. But definitely when it does come through with the damage, it does a lot of work. And let's talk about Sylvanas, a pick which generally was the go-to, and it's going to be the ban in this case, Vandy.
Yeah, I mean, Sylvanas, as we've seen time after time, can really shine on this, as well as just being a downright nuisance. And the fact that she can take siege camps all on her own, and there's quite a lot to take on. This is a mid-range sort of size map, so there's a lot to sort of take and a lot of roaming to be done. So, yeah, no sort of surprises there with removing Sylvanas nice and early. But here's this now, Zarya taken off the board right there, which makes me think that we're going to see SASSU going with some sort of all-in comp, maybe high on burst damage.
Yeah, just really not wanting to see the Zarya in play, and that's going to allow Artanis, fresh off the press, not banned anymore, coming straight into the mix of things. And especially with the level 1 talent, we can do more damage, 150% to be specific. He is going to be smashing nerds when it comes to these immortal races. The response from SASSU is quick, it's swift. They have no choice to hesitate here. They're going to go for ETC. And how do they want to complement things here? They banned away Desire. Do they want to pick up the support nice and early, potentially go for the Malfurion? Or given that Tesla is available, deny it from pairing quite nicely with the Artanis, but they do go for the Malfurion there, Vandy.
It's interesting to see. We went from seeing almost no Malfurion to just everyone catching on, and how strong and potent he was. Really, he brings everything you want from a team. He's got a silence, he's got cleanse, as well as just having really reliable healing now with the changes Blizzard did a few patches back to sort of bring him on tier with the other supports. But Skibby, we could argue by doing so, they kind of, as you said, threw poor Uther and Rhaegar and all of them into sort of like the trash tier where we don't really see them as much anymore.
Yeah, it's a bit of a debate. I mean, I saw the latest patch for Uther. He got 10 armor as a buff. Now, that to me definitely means he's now tier 1. So I expect to see a lot of Uther come about, but not in this game because it's going to be Rhaegar that's picked up as a support of choice. Lightning Bond, you're looking to try and win those races when he pairs it to another ally of his choosing. But Diablo 2, to complement things, okay, they don't have the they don't have the Malfurion to overpower into the route, but they now have a huge totem which can slow you down like a mini earthquake, so to speak.
Exactly right, Skimmy, as well as Diablo's Apocalypse right there, which if ETC decides to take Mosh Pit right there, gives them sort of another, I guess, get out of Mosh Pit card free right there for them, because Diablo can be quite effective. Even if he gets caught in the mosh, as long as Apocalypse has been cast, ETC is just going to get cancelled. He's just not going to have a good day.
It shows here that Vala being taken off the board, given that SASSU will have the next rotation of picks, show that they don't want the Vala. They are thinking potentially Tychus or even Falstead, but Vala definitely has a niche build, in particular on this map. just like our Artanis can be empowered with the extra damage at level 1, Vala can go for the empowered Hungering Arrow build, which also amplifies the damage. That shows that they're not looking to take that as a build. They don't want that in their roster, so they're going to ban it away. But the flip side of that, look, we've got Sonya currently being hovered. She was a staple like Greymane on this map, but they decide at the very last second, Zaya's off the board, let's not actually give them a free pick of Tassadar.
Exactly right. So just banning out all those big shield sort of combos right there. But there we go. We're seeing the Leeming there, adding that burst damage already to their favor and to their table. So on Battlefield of Eternity, where there's not much to block those arcane orbs, you better be hoping that you don't get caught out by her, Skibby, and enable those all-important resets.
And it's interesting to see because Ragnaros not banned, not picked. I wouldn't say it's his best map, and that would be as to why it's almost pretty absent in this draft. And we see the Varian picked up once again. You mentioned already about the parry change and how strong Varian is. Once again, really prevents you picking up that hyper carry. It's basically daring the side of Yahn Fan Club to pick up Tychus because Varian, he has a great time against it.
He really does, and he's one of the few sort of bruisers / warriors that actually does. And also, in touching on why Ragnaros is just so, I guess, not really favored on this map is because he can't really use his trait to kind of get behind and use those all-important sort of raid boss abilities to kind of catch a team out of position as we've seen tonight. So realistically, because all the battling happens in the middle of the lane, Lava Wave, not so good. Trait, not so good. Unless you just want to sort of soak up immortal damage. So as you said, there's better choices people feel on this map. It's not to say you won't get picked, it's just there's better choices on offer, such as Sergeant Hammer and Lunara.
I was just going to say, those are the better choices. When was the last time we saw these two? Not on their own, but even as a pairing, that's so damn strange. Sergeant Hammer used to be the sort of cheesy strat for this map. Look, they picked Sergeant Hammer. Oh, this is pretty frustrating to go against. But Lunara also, much like the Artanis, has the empowered ability to do more damage to the neutral minions and the bosses in the middle. So looking to have a high priority in terms of these races is what I'm seeing and gathering from Yahn Fan Club, with the added bonus of Sergeant Hammer Siege potential. Flip side of things now for SASSU is how do they shut this down? I'm thinking Zeratul will be a nice little pickup here because then they can guarantee the mosh pit or the entangling routes afterwards, and Leeming can have a field day. I know Sashin himself is quite prevalent, but they go for Ragnaros despite everything we said, Vandy.
I mean, as I said, he's definitely not bad. He's got still tons of burst damage. It's just he's not able to use his other abilities as effectively. He still gets to half use them, I guess. But really, yeah, just still looking at that Sergeant Hammer Lunara right there. It is a bit of cheese, I think, and perhaps Yarn's giving them some sort of strategies right there for his boys.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the chat and I'm seeing people say that MPH is a level 20 hero, so I'm curious to see what that is. He is locked in on the Sergeant Hammer, so if that's a level 20 hammer, expect to see some interesting plays, to say the least.
Oh, a lot of blowing up right there. But as we know, Hammer can be a sitting duck. So once again, doesn't want to get caught out. Not like that game with Taz Dingo. He wants to be able to do the damage this time, shred that immortal, and get his team to victory.
Hammer time is going to be the name of the game here as ETC goes Maya, chucks at the mosh pit, makes the tank dance, and makes us laugh on the cast. But on a serious note, let's break down two of these teams. It's the final game. Get hype in the chat. Get your raffles in there because there's a rag in this game and there could be a Valera in your pocket right after this. But let's kick it off on the left-hand side. It is Yahn FC. Kicking it off here with Superstition playing Artanis this time, Aya on Rhaegar, MPH on Sergeant Hammer, Assassin on Diablo, and Stump God on Lunara.
Alrighty, and then on Team SASSU, we've got Sashin on Leeming, Altivian on Varian, The Shadow on Malfurion, MIA on ETC, and Eternix on Ragnaros.
Ragnaros himself, he got so far through the draft, but he just couldn't slip through the cracks. They just had that slight bait in their finger. Well, you know, Ragnaros is there, we might as well pick him up, and let's see how much potential he manages to find in this game. And touching on level 1 ultimates, touching on level 1 talents, we got Block Party picked up here by ETC, and that's definitely to try and counteract the Hammer.
Exactly right, and as you sort of said right there, the Colossal Totem getting the range extended, gonna act like that baby Earthquake, we'll call it, this game around. And speaking of babies, oh, that was a great swap right there from Artanis, but it didn't really add up too much. It's just very nice to see.
It was there for starting point. The Superstition's even doing the B-step saying, look guys, I played you and you can't even play me. But there goes the 1v4. It's going to be a base race in terms of these structures. They currently had the advantage, SASSU. as Sergeant Himmer has only now begun to siege up. Eternal next is doing his damn best here with that living meteor to try and rain havoc from the skies.
Exactly. They're both sort of being like, team, are you going to assist me? Because really it's just turning down into a base race, but we're starting to see those rotations happen now with Aid coming to core Eternix this time around.
Ooh, Maya jumps in there, but MPH has got the spider senses tingling. He knew what was up, but Stump God takes her all to the face and has to gallop away like Bambi does. Definitely does not want to stick around for much longer in this one. It'll be a bit of a waste if he goes for the tap, because you definitely want that tap for the rotations when these immortals do spawn. And it's really all down to Yahn FC trying to take not too much poke here from the double mage setup.
Exactly right. And I mean, they do have the tools at their disposal to sort of get in there now. They learned their lesson. I guess they took the Diablo for themselves. So now they're going to be like, all right, Demise, you did that to us. It's hard to just bring it on to another team, hopefully.
Oh, but that could be the kill they were looking for. And that gets first blood in favour of SASSU, who now have a great chance securing this first immortal in the favour. Sash and taking a fair beating, getting a little bit too cheeky on the side, but they have an immortal in walking distance for them to run towards. And this is proving to be a pretty powerful setup right now, Vander. They got the blast wave onto Maya, giving you more engaged potential. Sticking around here, they're doing a great job at that. They're keeping Maya and a Eternal next in check. They definitely have the advantage when it comes to this immortal.
They're just getting so aggressive right now because they sort of know that they can be, because when you let that hammer sort of set up, that's when things get a little bit sticky. So they're just not giving her an opportunity enough. You're throwing down the roots and taking the roots whenever you can.
Oh, but Maya's just so aggressive on his own. He's just dashed through the entire team, and he's basically shouted, "Team, where are you?" And they are nowhere in sight. So with that in check, they've now flipped the switch on themselves. What was a lead has now gone back on its head. Session doing what he can to try and snap out Assassin here, but it's actually going to be Varian taken out amongst things as well. Caught by MPH, caught by Lunara too. And suddenly, Yahn FC find themselves an advantage with this interesting comp, to say the least.
They've got their mojo on now, and MPH having a very interesting setup right in the middle of both camps, trying to deal some damage to both sides. But we can see the advantage for the first half does indeed go to Yahn FC.
Here comes the race as to who can do this one first. Right now it is in favour of SASSU, who did a fair chunk on 5k, make that 3k right now. And it doesn't seem to be Yahn FC have the numbers to try and catch up. They do whittle the shield down to slightly less than 4k, and he goes for the swap attempt, Superstition. He nearly actually connected that. I'm actually surprised he didn't.
Yeah, it was very, very close. And I mean, it's unfortunate to see Yahn FC won the fight, lost the Immortal, but that's just how it goes. In saying so, they did manage to get quite a small shield for the Immortal, so they should be able to deal with it effectively, as long as they don't get caught by any sort of stray entangling roots here and there.
And that's exactly what they're looking to do here. MPH set up with the hammer, he's in siege mode, he is ready to rock and roll. Has gone for the advanced artillery at level 1, so opting against the CC control, so looking to really maximize that damage potential at whatever cost is necessary. They are on damage control, and look at that, Bandy, only 2 towers dropping amongst all that. Definitely doing a great job.
Exactly, and I mean, that's also kind of what Hammer's real core strength is, the fact that she's just ever so out of reach, and you really need to sort of dig deep to be able to secure her down. It's just going to be the battle of the Immortals, but oh, there's going to be a battle maybe rocking out here now, Skimmy.
Oh, Maya spotted the opportunity there, and he went for the power slide, he gone for the root as well. They're going to try and connect on towards Hammer, but she is so damn elusive. They switch attention like that, flick the switch, and they go for Rhaegar instead. Up the kill right now, they have gone and they've got another target hungry and ready in their sights. Stuns, charges, you name it, they've got it. They get a kill, but wait, more? How about a triple kill, they say, and they get that in tow. Potentially even go for the mercenary camp after all things are said and done, Bandy.
Oh, it's just, you don't want to be in Yahn FC's position right now. They did such a good job of defending, and then to be picked off by a dirty sort of ambush like that. And just such great focus damage coming out from SASSU right there in that team fight. As you said, just immediately attention flick to Rhaegar, bam, dead. Then the next one, then the next one. It's just good to see. It
was like a bunch of dominoes falling over piece by piece, and the focus really was there, and that's what a good team does. And they've really nailed the head on that one, and they've found themselves now a 4-level lead. Picking up the mercenaries on the top side of the map, they're going to go for their night camp too. The shaman, the dogman, whatever you want to call him, he is a breeder, and he pumps out the dogs in the lane, and he keeps up that pressure. And that's exactly what they need, because this next immortal phase will be not too far away, and with the level lead in tow, and with the advantage in kills, they're feeling quite confident to start things off.
I mean, they've already got great sort of map pressure as well by taking all the camps available to them. And in fact, they're quite greedy. They want to start a fight right here on the Bruiser camp.
Look at that. They just know what's going on. They have the confidence, as I mentioned. They go for the invade. They steal away the camp as well. Let's go for the Immortal now, they say. Let's really hammer home this lead. Let's get level 10 first. Let's try and push this one in strong succession. That is an Immortal with little to no health remaining, but they get a beautiful swap there. Superstition is not going to give up that easily. He's going to pay the price, though, because he jumps into 4 members as a result of the swap. Follow-up to take out the Shadow there, which is so damn unfortunate. He manages to waddle away, and they pick up the first phase of this Immortal.
And we see sort of, as this is all going on, we do see the team members of Yahn FC trying to soak as much as possible, but really, if they don't sort of start hammering out that Immortal, it's going to be a full shield Immortal hammering down their gates.
Yeah, right now, Aton and X is down in the bot lane, so this is the best chance that Yahn FC have right now. They are waiting for Artemis to join amongst the ranks. It's a 4v4 at this stage here, and you can see Aya getting so damn aggressive. He is ready to pounce on targets. He is not scared by the current events of this game. And they are on base defense duties. They have a 6,000 shield Immortal left to defend, up against a 20,000 shielded one. But there goes the swap on towards Session. That's what they needed. But Maya is ready and he is waiting. He goes straight in for the power slayer on the defense. Session dropped down to 50 health, Andy. He is absolutely clutching her right there as he managed to live to fight another day. Right now, this is SASSU waiting to level 10. They are so close, and then they'll flick that switch.
That's exactly it. That's exactly why they keep doing the 45 with stall tactics, because they want that all-important level 10, but Mia getting into a bit of a pickle here. Could almost fall.
He's gonna fall right now. It's a 1-for-1. As they take out Hammer, they then take out the second target of high priority. They get Lunara. Session is still looking for it. He's got the blast wave on him. Hayatona next screaming, "Go, my son! Run! Kill! Find the mode!" Oh, there he goes. He takes out Rhaegar. Damage just explodes. I choked on my words because that's just a beautiful play. Level 10. They got an Immortal, and that is almost a win condition right there, Vandy.
Yeah, they're going to get a lot of value off this. Yes, we've still got sort of tools at Yahn FC's disposal, but now they don't have that all-important heroic talent at their disposal. And now as well, it's a full shield Immortal. It's still early game, so they should be able to shred it, but without that pressure coming out, as we sort of see, one sort of falls, the dominoes all start falling right after. Isn't it true, Steve?
It really is true. When I'm in these sort of situations, I have to phone a friend, like it's Who Wants to Play a Millionaire, and I have to ask for some support. I get one of my mates to log onto my account and play for me. No, I don't, because the account showing is banned, and I'll never do that because it's against the terms and conditions of Blizzard. But let's talk about this game, because this game is popping off right now. This Immortal is going towards that key. Maya's being chucked across. There goes Soft Fury Smash, and there goes the dance party. Maya's going to pay the price for this one, but fight is breaking out. 1-for-1, 2-for-1. Rhaegar and Lunara gone for days. They are looking for Diablo, who's running away. The swap doesn't connect this time, but Hannah is the next block on the chopping block to get a keep, and that Immortal is still so damn healthy. I feel that they're going to back away here, but they might decide not to. They are very confident. Respawn time is being so low. They're not sticking around, Andy.
They're being very aggressive. They want that Immortal because, as you said, he's still got that shield up. He's still got a full health bar. So if they can stall, the Immortal might be able to just finish it himself.
Oh, there goes the A-pop. They look for the kill, but they don't find it just to start things off here. They've got already the Purifier being chased onto Malfrey, and that's going to deny a lot of these entangling routes as well as the heals. But Assassin somehow manages to survive. He finds a way, and they turn the fight on its head. Yahn FC get the first kill on towards Li Ming, and this is it. Have they overstayed their welcome? Their core is down to 55%. Otivian somehow manages to survive on 400 health. He gets away. Wow, Vandy, this is proving to be a bit of a blockbuster game. They're just not giving up, Yahn FC.
No way. They're not down and out. And as you said, it was an overstay right there by SASSU. Almost overconfidence and not respecting. And Yahn FC were like, guys, we're definitely not out. We're going to bring the fight to you. And they're still hungry for more, Skimmy.
Yeah, still not respecting this one. So Furious Smash completely whiffs. So they're going to have a big opportunity now to try and find this victory. That is Yahn FC. Ayrton next does get the heal there from Furious Hammer. He's going to try and survive for as long as possible. That talent is really doing so much work. He's managed to walk himself out of harm's way. Maya gets the power slide too, and they suddenly turn the fight on its head. The patience pays off. The rest of SASSU turn on up. Session is chasing. He's got Stump God in his sights. He gets the blink across, and he is looking for Rhaegar. Rhaegar trying to juke him with the vision. He actually has. But it doesn't matter. It does not matter. He finally gets caught in the end anyway. And he's just juking back and forth looking. And he's base-stepping as well now. He finally gets taken out. Deary me, man. That is one way to finish off the game here.
That is an ancient highlight, if I've ever seen one. Just so good. You just see Seth around there, just like, oh, come on. And I almost really hoped it worked. but as we've sort of seen now, Raid Boss Ragnar is finally getting to do what he looks to do best, just being true terror almost, but I mean, this is going to be game. Surely, Skippy, surely.
Surely, let's not have it the caster curse. This core is dropping down. It's down to 30% health. It is dropping fast. It is down to 10. That seems to be tonight's day set and sorted. And SASSU, on their first appearance of the night, finish out the game in 11 minutes.
And we could really see, I guess, if we just sort of take it back a step and just look at that last team fight, realistically, they did actually catch SASSU on the wrong foot. It was just that the damage dealers were nowhere to be seen to sort of finish a Turnix off because that Sulfuris Smash sort of whiffed. And then we were just sort of looking, we're like, why isn't he dying? And then he sort of looked a little bit lower. And we really saw Ultivian on Varian just doing such a good job of zoning them. So the damage just couldn't be dealt. And then once Ming joined the party, it was just sort of GG. So unfortunately, it was not going to be their game tonight. But moving on to brighter and bigger things, Skimmy, MVP for tonight.
MVP for me had to be Session. Even after he nearly got juked at the end there and had a tilt moment that he would reflect on for many weeks and months to come. For me, the damage, the kills, the ability to snowball that game in their advantage, only dying once, impeccable.
Yep, definitely. I was also going to call out Session, and I believe that might even be what the team's named after, so congrats, Session. You've got MVP for round number 5.
There you go, Session. Round number 5 is in your favor. Once again, finding your chance to win that Plantronics headset provided to us so kindly through the sponsorship of Gamester. But that just about does it for us, guys. Thank you so much for joining in for week number 3. We have one more week to go to really finalize and lock in these top 2 competitors for the ANZ HGC. But to close things out, back to the man himself, it's Kit Fox.
Thank you, New Zealand's best, Skimmy, and one of St Kilda's best down here in Melbourne, Vandy. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for this amazing HGC qualifiers that we've done tonight. We've still got to give away the Valera skin, so we've already got the viewers rather into the raffle. So I'm going to submit that now and pop you into the Wheel of Fortune. The raffle is now closed. It's spinning away. Once again, thanks to Blizzard for making this available to us. And it looks as though for Barton, PHE Barton, has won yourself a Valera bundle thanks to Blizzard. So contact GameStar TV1 on Twitch after the end of this stream to claim your prizes. And that goes for anyone who won a prize tonight. Thanks to our sponsors, Zowie, Strive for Perfection. Thanks to Plantronics, the official headset sponsor of GameStar. Thanks to Blizzard. Thank you to Split Media Labs. Thanks to everybody who made this possible. And on behalf of the producer, Crisis, your casters, Skinny and Vandy, and myself, Kit Fox, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to the pleasure of your company next week.